Hoopla.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
What?
Wait, it's not morning. It's evening.
Look behind you.
I took a nap.
Right there.
Bollocks this evening. Sorry, I got to read the sign behind me. I might be doing too many shows. It's time for Bollocks this evening. I should have looked over and saw you were here. That means it's nighttime.
Right. Hi, I'm not Amanda.
Yeah, I don't want to wake up to you, Lenny.
That's all right.
Yeah,
As long as Julie does, we're fine.
that's it. That's it. No spooning. No spooning in the Bozard Ford studio.
Yet.
All right. We're excited to be here. We got some fun topics. It is St. Augustine's birthday today.
The 8th it is.
They don't look a day over 459. So, but first,
Aging well.
we got to talk about Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
For over 20 years, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing has been St. Augustine's trusted name in roofing, from cedar shake and tile to flat roofs and designer shingles. They've got you covered, literally. Specializing in painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties for up to 25 years and cedar shake shingle warranties up to 50 years. A to Z puts customer satisfaction first. Free estimates, top-tier materials, and service you can count on. Visit A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing.com. A to Z Roofing, protecting homes from the top down.
There you go. Mr. Electric of St. Augustine. Need a trusted electrician in St. Augustine? Call Mr. Electric of St. Augustine, a local veteran-owned business providing expert residential and commercial electrical services across St. Johns, Flagler, and Putnam counties. From panel upgrades and lighting installs to safety inspections and EV chargers, their licensed pros do it all, with upfront pricing and satisfaction guarantee backed by the neighborly done right promise. Flexible scheduling, no surprises, just dependable hometown service. Give them a call today, 904-289-1217, or visit online to request service. That's 904-289-1217. Mr. Electric of St. Augustine, your local power experts.
All righty, we had breakfast there on Friday, and these neighborhood diners are more than just a place to eat. There were hospitality blooms and friends gather. As a matter of fact, we met a bunch of friends there. Bring your own or make new ones. The coffee's always hot, the smiles are genuine, and the food tastes like home. Every meal is a chance to make memories, share stories, and create bonds that last a lifetime. It's not just about the food on the plate, but the community that comes together at the table. Come see us at Moultrie Creek Diner or Anastasia Diner and tell them Andy sent you. And try the pancakes. They are outstanding.
Yes, they are. They really do a great job there. All right, our other sponsors that keep us on the air, and we're so happy that they do. We have Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, The Saint, Anastasia Construction Group, Solar Stick, Abear Kresge and Associates, Powell Heating and Air, Meehands, A.D. Davis Construction, Land Title of America, Kaiser's Deli and Market, and St. Augustine Distillery. Lenny, happy Monday.
Happy St. Augustine birthday.
The weekend is over, and it is time to back to bollocks it up.
Okay, well, we can do that pretty well.
Yeah. As long as this show should be the dog's bollocks. So, you know what that means, right?
I'm not quite sure.
That means the very best.
Oh, will it go then?
Yeah. If you say all bollocks, that means, or it's all bollocksed up.
Right.
That means it's kind of all up.
Well,
but if you say if you're the dog's bollocks, that means you're the best.
we also might have a loophole because the British spell bollocks CKS, and we just do it with a fancy little X.
Yeah. Well, we're American. We don't want to be like those guys.
Can't spell that.
Those guys are losers.
They put U's every place, too.
Yeah.
They add a U to things like color and things of that
Unnecessary.
nature.
Unnecessary. So, I mean, anytime I can use the letter X, it should be done.
Sure.
So, they spell it completely different. But, you know, if I had started the name with that that name, then there would have been other ones out there.
True.
So, and we like to be unique.
Unique New York. Unique
All
New
right,
York,
Blake
unique New York.
Blevins, you're back there. Are you still pushing the buttons and still conscious?
Yes, I am trying my best to be conscious back here.
All right, what score do you have up on that board?
I have Utah 28, Cal Poly at 6.
What is that? why is that even relevant?
That qualifies as random.
Batman.
Oh, Batman's in it?
Yes.
Oh.
Batman supports the Big 12.
Oh, okay. No wonder DC's losing. Yeah, that's why I'm always going to be a Marvel guy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So I mean, who wins between Batman and Iron Man? I mean, those are the two rich guys that were the inventors.
Yep.
The Internal Revenue Service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I got to go Iron Man, right?
I would think so.
I got to go Iron Man.
He can fly.
And people said, the battle between Batman and Superman. Well, that was proven. Batman took him out. So.
Go figure.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a flaw, kryptonite. So.
He's got a glass jaw.
Yeah.
Bizarre crypto.
Yeah.
Superman did.
Kryptonite. All right, so we got topics today, and Blake, and then we got 5 questions in the second half of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try to get back on a pattern. I know this is, very hard for us to do because both of us seem to wander a little bit.
Yeah, and we lost the tangents part of the title.
We go down the rabbit holes and we seem to drift away from where we're at. So my first topic today is St. Augustine's birthday. What do you got?
I got West Point lost its North Star.
You got, okay?
I'll explain.
Yeah. No, I think you gave the whole story.
Oh, no. They're picking on poor Tom Hanks.
Okay. And
Actually, Donnie is.
I got Trump leaves L.A.
Wow. They should write a song about that. Where's Randy Newman when you need him?
Yeah. Short people.
They may love L.A., but he should just leave L.A.
Blake, what topic would you like to talk about first?
I would like to talk about St. Augustine's birthday, and also, by the way, Bobby, I missed your alliteration today, but I created my own, but it was a little bit longer than
Bobby,
your comment.
Please be there on Monday so that Blake doesn't do what he did this morning. It was like a 12-minute explanation of how he was going to go through the comments. Yeah. So, yep. All right. St. Augustine's birthday.
Yep.
It is on this day, 460 years ago.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is bollocks. I don't have storm stats. Sorry.
What?
Huh?
I fortunately don't have the
Are
storm
you
stat
just
with me.
want to be in trouble all day today?
Yes.
Gosh. He was in trouble multiple times on the morning show.
Oh, my goodness.
His rent
I might have to go back and review to see just what you
rent
did, poor Blake.
is so much in jeopardy right now. All right. No, it is not the Studham stat, but it is the stat that's the most important to St. Augustine residents and to the state of Florida because this was the first continual residence in the entire state of Florida and the U.S.
Country, for sure.
And the U.S. And it started on this day, September 8th. I think, I can't remember.
1565.
Yeah, Father Francisco, I can't remember, Francisco, and some Timucuans, and they blessed the city, and it was St. Augustine's day or something like that. That's why it was named that.
Pedro Menendez saw land from sea on the feast day of St. Augustine.
Gotcha.
So when he made landfall a couple days later, he declared this St. Augustine in honor of the fact that they found their salvation by seeing land after that god-awful ocean voyage. They were probably at sea for at least 2 months because we were talking about this.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this 200 years later when it was 2 months to get across and back, or just one way. So they had been at sea for quite some time, and I don't think they made any landfall between leaving Spain and getting here. I don't know any record of him stopping in islands along the way. He may have. I'm not aware of it.
I'm assuming he did, but I don't.
Fresh water, but I don't know. I've never read that in any of the stories, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But then they celebrated the first Catholic Mass at the base on the grounds of the the church now, where
the mission grounds where the big
Correct.
cross is.
which John F. Kennedy, as president, declared it the most sacred acre in the United States.
Yeah, as a Catholic, that would
Yep.
make sense.
Yep, he called it the most sacred acre in America.
All right, so that cross was put up in 1965
Yep.
for the 400 celebration. Now, I tell this story, but I'm not 100% sure that the story is accurate.
Say it with confidence.
I always have, and it completely makes sense. You know why the height of that cross is the exact height that it is?
I do not.
It's 2 feet below where you would need a red light on it
Okay.
as an antenna.
I thought I knew that. Yeah.
All right. I don't know if that's true, but it completely makes sense. And I'm not going to stop telling the story until someone proves me wrong.
And I think it's the
It definitely makes sense because like famously like the most famous like building shortening is Cinderella's castle at Walt Disney World because they're like 2 feet below as well because otherwise you would have to put a red light on top of top of the
Top
castle.
of the little castle.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So
it definitely does make sense.
maybe I merged the two stories, but it makes for a good freaking story. Did I lose you in the comments there?
No, not at all.
Okay, because I thought we were having a conversation.
we were,
I
but
felt like
I,
felt like
I have nothing to add at this point in time.
You're not having a stroke, are you? Are you okay? Okay.
I smell
all right.
toast. No. No. I also think that if I'm not mistaken, and again, I may be off by one, I think the cross is like the third largest or tallest freestanding steel structure in the country.
Okay.
I think the St. Louis Arch is 1 or 2. I'm not quite sure what the second one is, and I think that cross may be the third. If not, it's the fourth.
Right.
Can't count the Statue of Liberty because
Yeah.
it has the base.
The
right?
pedestal,
All
exactly.
right, all right. So official. So what was the feet that you originally said the cross was?
I don't think we gave it. I just said it was 2 feet shorter than
So
needing the light.
So it looks like it's 208 feet. So and then looks like from like some research it says no. It the story hasn't been like that. Like so may have come in before regulations. Maybe I believe I'm not sure.
I mean, 1965 they should have had those regulations.
You would
I mean,
think.
and Cinderella's castle went up in 72. So
Also, at 208 feet, it's as tall as a 20-story building.
yeah. So I mean, and our building is to the top of the tower.
Turret.
Tower is the turret. It's about 125, 128 feet.
Okay.
So to that. So
Look, the cross is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And what it signifies is very important. And then, you've got that adorable little chapel there.
all right. Do we have an architect on any of that research? Who the architect was in 1965
To put the cross?
or the cross? Yeah.
Put a piece up like this, you put a piece across the top. You need an architect
This is
for that?
why you're not an architect.
Come on.
100% why you're not an architect.
You go play like that.
I'm
and
glad you were a chef.
Put one over there like that.
Don't build me anything.
Hold on. I believe we do have a name like this. So he didn't give it, but it is someone related to someone famous here in Northeast Florida. It was Sidney Clark, related to news reporter Jessica Clark.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my buddy.
Okay?
So Sidney Clark.
Was one of the
Does it say what the relationship is with Jessica?
it looks like it was Jessica's great grandfather.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Ah, good for her. Good for her. Great grandfather.
So he's a very talented
no,
architect because he could have put a piece like this and put a piece like
grandfather.
that.
I was going to say grandfather just makes sense.
Yeah, grandfather.
Yeah. That's how wind load works. Oh gosh.
What do you think wind load?
Yeah.
You know? Well, you could have tapered it down on either side instead of doing it completely round. You could have made them a little airplane wing-like, and then they would go over and under.
And 2 weeks ago.
Hold on one second. I got more information. I'm reading it right now. So actually, because the reason why it's 208 feet was because of the airport. Like so you were mixing up stories.
So
about,
it kind of had to do with the airport. Okay. All right.
so you probably messed up on like with the story.
Sticking
about
with my story, it's easier to tell.
Yes,
All right.
sticking with your story is easier to tell. So yes.
Well, just remember, it's 208 feet.
208 feet.
There you
Yes.
go.
So 208 feet, and Jessica Clark's granddad was one of the designers of it.
Yes.
Am I fair saying that?
Yes.
All right. I know. Next time I see Jessica, I'll have that conversation with her. But I mean, St. Augustine has so many cool things and so many great things that have happened in the 460 years. My question is, All right. You get 5, not 4. This is our Mount Rushmore of St. Augustine.
Okay.
All right. You as a touring person,
Okay. Tour guide.
tour
Licensed.
guide,
Yep.
and licensed, pass the test.
Mm-hmm.
Me as a schmo who's been here for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and Blake who's born and raised. The only one here who's actually born and raised, even though I've been here
Long time.
Long time.
longer than him.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So, Mount Rushmore. Who's on your Mount Rushmore? I think all of us have Henry Flagler.
Yes.
Okay. We're doing individuals, or are we doing
Individuals.
Not structure or anything? Okay.
Individuals.
Um.
Well, I like that too. The structures. So you would have Flagler in your list, right?
You have to.
Okay.
You have to.
And you got to have
Pedro.
Pedro Menendez.
Okay.
Okay. So we already all agree on those 2.
Fair enough.
Okay. Here's where I think it goes in a different direction.
Okay.
So you have 3 more with those 2.
Wait, hold on. Mount Rushmore has 4.
I know. I said that if you were paying attention. Jeez. Keep pushing the buttons back there, mister.
All right.
So much trouble
I'm
today.
gonna get so much more airtime today than you. It's not even funny.
So much trouble today.
We'll go to the one shot. It'll be me.
All right. We have 3 left.
Okay.
I said 5, Blake,
Well, we can leave this.
because we
little
don't
bit-
have to do it the same as they do in South Dakota. Florida doesn't ever follow South Dakota.
Florida doesn't follow anybody.
No.
Right into the ocean, they do. You could throw on a week number 5. You can throw Ponce de Leon in there just in case. But now I'm trying to remember the name of the guy who.
Okay, that's your one you keep thinking of there. Blake, do you have one that really pops out? I've got an honorable mention here, and we're the
Yeah,
committee.
that's where I'd put Ponce.
We're the committee, and we got to come up with 5. All right? What you got, Blake?
I'm going to say Dr. Proctor.
Dr. Proctor. All right.
Okay, Flagler president, former Flagler president.
Yeah, Dr. Proctor.
You'll know.
All right. Wait, I get to go?
Well, you're playing this game too. Go ahead.
I
throw
get
us
to
one.
go? What the hell?
Come on.
You're going to join him on the bad list. I won't get any airtime. All right. I think I got to go with Dr. Haling.
Yes, I can. Absolutely.
Dr. Haling.
Absolutely.
I think he needs to be on this
Yep.
list.
Yep, undoubtedly. The man was quite the gentleman.
Yeah. So I'm going
And
to go with
inspirational at most.
Dr. Haling. So right now we have Ponce de Leon, Dr. Proctor, Dr. Haling, and
Pedro Menendez.
Pedro. Oh, well, I already have those 2 locked in.
Okay.
I have Flagler,
Okay.
Henry Flagler, and Pedro Menendez. I have the originator and then the recreator.
Okay. You'll know the name of the guy, which I will recognize when you tell me. But who owns the Fountain of Youth?
The Fraser family.
Thank you. I would go with the Fraser people.
The Fraser family.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think they also own the oldest schoolhouse, or did for a while.
Yeah. So the Fraser family.
All right.
Blake, what you got?
I'm going to go with Otis Mason.
Otis Mason.
Otis,
First,
my man. Who's he?
Otis Mason was our first black superintendent. He was friends with Dr. Haling in the 60s. And just a
School superintendent.
School superintendent.
Okay.
Wonderfully kind man.
Okay.
So all right. Otis
Who else we got floating
Mason.
around?
All right. I'm gonna go with I think I can't leave out my guy Stetson. Stetson
Well,
Kennedy.
what did he have to do? I mean, I know him.
He
and of him,
taught
but
he taught at
in St. Augustine.
yeah, he taught at the Florida Memorial.
Okay.
He taught at Florida Memorial. He did a lot of his writing while he was here.
Okay. I
I
just didn't know his.
yeah.
I knew his connection to the world writ large. I just didn't know directly with St. Augustine.
Yep. So I'm gonna have to go with Stetson. And like I said, these are all lists that we're gonna fill in. Okay. All right. We each have one more to go.
I'm gonna go with John Meehan.
John Meehan.
He created quite the institution and a lifestyle. I mean, he was kind of Jimmy Buffett at the same
Yeah.
time as Jimmy Buffett, except I don't think John could sing nearly as well.
John got here a little later
Yeah.
than some other people so I mean I love John and I love what he created.
Mm-hmm.
So Blake, what you got?
Ooh, geez, I'm just thinking right now. I am gonna say, geez, there's definitely a lot of, like a lot of people to think about. I'm just gonna go for family and say the Upchurches.
Go with the whole family.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll work.
So the Upchurches. Well, he's got the Frasers over here.
Right.
So
Upchurches, there's a lot of them.
Upchurches, and Tracy was on my short list for
He was
sure.
mayor twice.
And
and a professor.
Ham was great.
Right.
So yeah. So and my last one is, more recent, but he has been here since 79. I got here in 87. Is Kanti Patel.
Okay.
So he's the second hotelier, which is the most important business. So I'm gonna go with Kanti. So all right. Right now, what I heard. I got Kanti over here and Stetson. All right.
What about Sheriff Hartwick?
Still doing his time.
Too early to tell.
Still doing his time. All right. Here's where I'm at. Would you guys all agree Dr. Haling can take the third spot?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're giving Dr. Haling the third spot. And see here. See if there's was there any comments out there in comment land for us, Blake, that we may have missed
Let's see.
by a long shot?
I'll be the same.
The architect of the San Marco, but I'm not sure who. Like, I think it was more like a collective.
I think
effort.
that was a team
couple
effort.
There was a couple of them because it took a long time to do that. They started
Yeah,
in
it was over
79 and it didn't finish until 95.
Yeah, it was over 20 years.
And I was actually at that point I was also thinking about the king and queen that actually finally paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they didn't keep sending money, we wouldn't still be here if they didn't build that fort.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. All right, so we got Dr. Here's who we have to choose from for spot number 4 and 5. All right, we have Dr. Proctor, Ponce de Leon, the Fraser family, the Upchurch family, Kanti Patel, Stetson Kennedy, Otis Mason, and John Meehan. All right. I like the Dr. Proctor thing because I was talking to Rebecca about healthy cities. And as much as people sometimes don't like Flagler students and sometimes they're a little pain in the ass downtown and you want to run them over because they're on their phones, don't run them over. All right.
Bad for business.
But the health of our city has a lot to do with Flagler people that went there, stayed there, and contributed.
Okay.
And I think Dr. Proctor had a big part of that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. He was one of the presidents of the college.
He was the president of the college for like 40 years.
Okay, that's staying power.
So,
but now you made me think of what about Dr. Anderson, father and son?
Dr. Anderson, that's a great one that started Flagler Hospital and owned the Markland House, I believe.
Correct.
So, Dr. Anderson could be on this list too. Yeah. So the Anderson family also. Who else are we missing?
We can also say the Davis family and the Usina family as well.
Yeah.
For collective families.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Menorcan families.
How about just Menorcans?
Yeah. Just the group of Menorcans.
Correct. That walked up here from New Smyrna.
Yeah. All right. I'm good with us going with Menorcans, and even, because I can't distinguish between the Upchurches and the Frasers and some the Davises and some of those families that just contributed so much. So I think we're safe going with just the Menorcans.
Mm-hmm.
So a representative of the Menorcans. So we're going Menorcans.
The reason I put the Frasers in there is just because part of the identity of St. Augustine is the fountain of youth.
No, 100%. I mean, that's
because that's what people think of.
Yeah. So we have one spot left. Stetson's more like Beluga-Hatchie. I'm going to take him off the list.
I do want to add one, and I want your thoughts about she might fall in the same category as Stetson, Zora Neale Hurston.
Yeah, she wasn't really here. She's more she was here, and she lived here for just a little bit.
But she does have a park named after her.
But I mean, I would think Rollins, who lived here longer, probably if we had to put a writer in, Rollins might be, if it's not Stetson, it would be Rollins, and then Zorna. Because I see her more of as an Eatonville person than a St. Augustine. I think we would be stealing that identity.
And she's got a postage stamp, so she doesn't need to be on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, no, not on the St. Augustine Rushmore.
Right.
So,
We should try to get Stetson a postage stamp.
that would be great.
Oh, I want your thoughts. Frederick G. Francis.
Freddie Francis is associated
Field?
with the Henry Flagler. Yeah, that's who Francis Field's named after. He's the Keenan. He's with the Keenan family. So the Keenan family probably has contributed more. So should we, if we wrap all of that together with Francis, Proctor, Flagler College, and we just give it to the institution of Flagler College? If we're doing
I can work with
Menorcans,
As a
can we
group?
give it to the institution of Flagler College?
I think so.
So
I think that's.
I think some of the locals might be upset with us with that, but we've already given them the Menorcans on that side, and
they've done a great job of integrating into the community. You know, with the gown in the town. I haven't heard that. By the way, I haven't heard that term in even more than a year.
what's that?
The gown in the town.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's the consortium between the city and the.
Yeah,
and
they
the school.
kind of didn't. That lasted just a little bit.
Yeah.
So Mike was on that board.
Okay.
So, but are we good with that?
Should we put
Flagler.
should we put it home against St. John's, or is that just too countywide?
Yeah, that's countywide,
All right.
and we still got a lot of stuff to do.
Okay.
So we'll try and make another
We'll
mountain.
come back in another 5 years on a new anniversary, and we'll see.
Yeah, because I mean, Henry Flagler, you got to give him the Anderson, because Dr. Anderson wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for Henry Flagler.
Right.
And he created the tourism industry. Really, actually, it was already here. The tourism industry was already here.
Which is why he came.
Henry Flagler took it to the next level.
Hey.
Pedro Menendez has to be on there, founder of where we're at.
How about what's his face? I want to say, was it Frederick Smith, the guy who invented coquina in concrete?
Oh, well, that's yeah.
You wouldn't have a lot of these buildings.
He invented the process of mixing the coquina
into the concrete. Right.
Yeah, he invented that process.
Yeah. I mean, they built the buildings as we see walking down the street. The buildings that were built out of coquina, a lot of them are still standing, which is a testament to that building material. I mean, you look at the fort as well, but he's the one who made it pourable.
They're very moist.
Yes,
they're very porous.
Porous, exactly.
Very porous.
I was sitting in. Man, that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Can't miss it. Big restaurant. Owned by the Whites.
O.C. Whites?
Thank you very much.
Owned by the Whites, O.C. Whites.
Oh,
And I don't know that I would have gotten there yet either. So thank you very much. Julie and I were having dinner one day, and it was pouring, and the rain was pounding in from the east. And a couple minutes later, you just start seeing it drip on the inside of that coquina, because the coquina, it's so porous, it sucked it all in, and then it was bleeding in on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you asked about Hardwick, I think if I went with the sheriff, I would go back 100+ years to the original sheriff,
the big guy.
Sheriff Perry.
Is that the guy who...
It's a different Sheriff Perry than what was the sheriff before Sheriff Shore. But there was a Sheriff Perry.
Was he the guy that ran the jail?
The old jail. Yeah. So he's the statue you see.
Big guy,
the statue of the old jail.
Yeah.
So
that was, and man, and you see where he and his wife lived, and they could close the door, but then you walk down the stairs and went to the other side of that building, and you had 75 people eating grubs.
A little creepy.
Yeah.
A little creepy.
Yeah.
So, all right, here's our committee. Are we good with this list?
Well, we got one more. Bobby piped in, which I think is worth a conversation. I guess Thomas Hines Coleman maybe was the founder of the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind.
Oh, that's actually a good one also, because
Bobby?
it takes care of that community also.
Right. Yep.
So,
what's your thoughts about?
because a lot of people moved here, and a lot of quality residents are here because of the Florida School of Deaf and Blind.
And that's a
So
big operation. It's a serious thing.
So, man, this is tough now. Do we bump Flagler College for that? Because that's actually probably more St. Augustine, because it's been here longer.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Charles went there.
I think Well, I mean, Flagler incorporates the Ponce de Leon Hotel, which is, Flagler adjacent, so it's tough to tell.
Yeah. All right. So we got Henry Flagler, Pedro Menendez, Dr. Haling, the Menorcans, and now do we bump Flagler College for the FSDB?
Can we do it can we do it as an entry, 1 and 1A?
Or
No.
do we come in with just the Catholic Church?
Mm-mm.
Because the Catholic Church is kind of where the foundation of our country came from Spain. So that's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
How come always that last spot?
It's
Well, if we
always the
stopped at
hardest.
4, we would have been fine. You had to go to 5. We were golden.
right.
We're golden with our first 4.
We're going South Dakota on us. We're going back to 4. Problem solved. We got room. We got room for the future. The 904 Now staff's goal is to make it on this list.
To revisit it. There you go.
No, to make it on this list. We're going to make
Okay.
that mountain. We're going to do enough good stuff as a staff
That would be
to make
great.
it in there. Blake, you got to carry the torch for us. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready for the next topic? We took up so much time
I
with that
am,
one.
or we can just go into 5 questions and vamp on that. And
Okay.
then we're
5
prepared for
questions.
tomorrow.
All right, Blake, you want to do one more? Or you want to?
Let's let you go 5 questions because Lenny has a good 20-minute rant in him about West Point and the new Department of War.
That and what they're doing to poor Tom Hanks, national hero.
So
And those are 2 separate items.
Saving Private Ryan wasn't real.
It was an amalgam of all those guys. Most of them died in ships.
Yeah.
Didn't like 5 brothers die on one ship or 4
yeah.
brothers die on one ship?
Yeah, the Sullivan brothers or
Yeah,
something.
that's exactly it, yeah.
Some stuff gets stuck in the noodle.
Yeah. Stuff even comes out. That's the better part.
Stuff gets stuck
when
in
you
the
can pull
noodle.
it out.
All right. All right. So we're gonna do 5 questions. Lenny, you have at least 3 strong questions. I have 2 very mediocre questions.
Okay,
So that makes a total of, if my math is correct, 7.
good, because a couple of mine are, easy to answer.
All right. All right. Here we go. Question number 1. You got it. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna be
That's
question 2 and 4. You're 1, 3, and 5.
Okay?
All right.
Either you or Blake have a draft card.
A draft card.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Did you
Blake?
register? Did you register for selective service?
I was forced to by so yes I do have it somewhere, but I think
You don't have a draft card. You registered for the
selective
draft
service.
or selected service.
I do have a selective service number, but thankfully it hasn't happened yet. Fingers crossed. I think
They gave you a number?
kind of. They just
Remember, I thought
I
they
don't
only
think-
did that when there's a
no.
lottery.
hold on.
I think you slept on the wrong side.
I
And your number was your number was your
Listen.
birth date.
Listen.
In 85,
Listen.
I had to register for
selective service.
selective service. I did not get a number
No. Okay.
because I remember numbers. And
Right.
I would remember that number if I was given a number.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the draft was done by birth dates.
Yes.
Because they pulled a birth date out,
Yeah.
and that was basically your draft number.
So mine's 626.
We Lenny, but anyway, so yes, I was forced to register, but never got a number. My bad. But the reason I know about like the whole like birthday thing, like being like draft order was because I think it was in my junior year of Flagler College. We had to do like a 48-hour film. Where so basically so we had to think about like something like creative in like 48 hours, then submit it to our professor, and the topic we did was about the draft lottery.
Okay.
Got it.
And I'm not registered for selective service, nor have I never been.
How did that happen? Because you were an only child?
No, because no, not at all. Because if you were born in 1958 or 1959, they suspended selective service registration and they reinstituted it in 1960. So the only 2 years since there's been a selective service.
So you didn't have to.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So you're like the what is it, the steel penny? They only made that for like 2 years.
Yep.
So
The
Exactly
ultimate fortunate
And
one.
then it came back in 1960. So I was golden because, Vietnam was winding down and I was in my, early teens.
Bobby,
So-
Bobby, what about you, man? Were you a 58, 59 guy? We're about to find out. All right. Question number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself as a user of blinkers? 10 being the best, like you use it every single time you're supposed to use it. And my collar is all messed up here. And one being, what's a blinker? Okay?
I'm a 9.
You're a 9.
I'm a 9.
You're a solid 9.
Well,
Okay.
you know, it's a social contract and it's courteous.
Okay. You're a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Even on a dirt road. In a parking lot, you usually blinker.
Well, let's not get completely carried away, but
Well,
you know.
that's what it's going to take
Right.
to be a 10.
Well, that's why I'm a 9.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Yeah. So,
Have you ever follow-up question when we're done with this one?
okay. Blake, where do you think you are? 1 to 10, what do you think you are?
I'm gonna say like I'm a 7.841.
Okay. 7,
You could have gone pi, but that's okay.
7.841.
Yeah,
Okay.
because because I definitely do use it like on the highways, like on major roads like US 1. But there might be some times where I might have like skipped out on it in like a parking lot somewhere.
All right. Bobby did answer
He's
a
older
question.
than me, yeah.
He said he had a low draft number back in the mid 70s, but was in college then and enlisted, so he didn't get drafted. He was born in 56.
Right.
So, all right. And
Right.
Bobby says he's a 9 point. So Bobby does use his blinkers
In a
on
parking lot.
on dirt roads
Right.
and parking lots.
Right.
So,
So the follow-up question is, have you ever gotten a fist fight or a fight over a parking spot in a parking lot?
the reason I asked this question, I'm about to tell you a story. But I am a 2. All right. I drove for many years a Jeep, a 1970 CJ5 with no blinkers. Now I would
Okay.
point.
Right?
I didn't have any blinkers. I'd point and do. I had brake lights, so I didn't have to do this one.
Right.
But it got me in such bad habits. I continue to have bad habits with my blinkers. My new car, the Atlas, actually keeps you in the lane unless you put the blinker on.
Right.
So it kind of helped me a little bit. But I can tell you right now, I'm terrible at this. And I'm a 2. All right? Talking about almost getting in a fight at a parking lot. I
Okay.
did not almost get in a fight. Okay? I'm much calmer than I'm not the Karen in the Phillies shirt that stole the ball from the little kid. I'm not that person. All right? So
Right.
I'm at Publix yesterday. All right. I have, our weekly groceries. I went without the kids because I wanted to get in and out of there and not like spend the entire mortgage. But I mean, I have a good amount of groceries, and I pull up to the back of my car to unload the groceries. This woman is right there, turns on her blinker like she wants my spot.
Right.
There are 15 spots right beside her. And she's staring at me like, and she wasn't rude or anything, but I just wanted to go, park right there, you lazy ass. And she literally waited. And there were, by the time I was done, there was between 6 and 8 cars waiting behind her because she had to have my parking spot. Now, I just worked at the regular pace that I was at. I might have stepped up a little bit on my pace.
Okay.
But what would you have done in that situation? Would you have stepped up your pace? Would you have stayed the same? Would you have said, you're freaking crazy? Because I did look at her and go, are you waiting on me? And she didn't respond.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay, she's obviously waiting. And she was. But I mean, she had people backed up.
And
there
she had to
were
wait for you to back out of your spot.
and I had to back out of my spot. There were other spots right beside her that she didn't take. So, I mean, I just found it to be so strange. But I felt like I stayed fairly calm, even though on the inside of me is like, I wanted to go, you're the problem with our society. You're too lazy to walk 15 more
Right.
feet.
And Julie and I tend to park as far away from the store as possible to get some, as we call it, moderate activity and a couple extra steps while we're walking. We'll walk a little further just to get some fresh air and a little cardio. Was anybody honking at that woman while she
No,
was waiting?
everybody was super cool about it.
Now I'm gonna make a distinction here. I have a dear friend of mine who now lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. Came down here for the first time, and he's in a parking lot, and he's looking for directions. He's looking at a map or his GPS or whatever because he has no idea where he's going, and he after the fact realizes that he's been doing this for 5 or 6 or 7 minutes.
Mhm.
And he was in the middle of a traffic lane in a parking lot,
Yeah.
and there's now 6 cars in back of him. And his takeaway from that is not one person honked. They all waited for him to do what he was doing, and then they left, and then he left.
I thought and I agree. I mean, I was like, wow, those people really were patient.
Yeah. If that was New York, they would have been out slashing your tires.
Oh, it would have been horrible. It would
Yeah.
have been horrible. I mean, that's the reason we're so loved by the rest of the world, us Florida people. Not thought of as being crazy at all.
I thought it's just because you're so sweet from the sweet tea.
Yeah, the sweet tea. It is. You are what you drink.
I wonder, you know what? I'm curious. I wonder if anybody has done a study of diabetes in the South vis-a-vis diabetes in the North.
I don't know. I don't know.
'Cause that
Because
sweet tea
you
is
guys
dangerous.
live in a climate where you're indoor eating more than us too.
Mhm.
So I mean, hopefully in Florida you're
Probably.
naturally more active because the weather outside is better for you. So unfortunately, not everyone takes advantage of that.
There's some big people eating around here. I'll tell you that, though.
Yeah, look, go to Vegas, baby.
Oh yeah,
Whew.
I do. You know,
Yeah, go to Vegas and then go to Spain, and it's like, oh, we are fat Americans.
oh yes, oh yes, we are.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, and
Go to a barbecue restaurant.
up until 100 years ago, being fat was a status symbol of being rich.
Yeah, yeah. God was something to aspire to.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me when I tell you.
Wow.
No, it's not.
You got gout. Whew,
Oh baby.
you must be loaded.
Oh,
All right, question
that was all the
number.
bourbon and lobster. So
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty
Yeah,
ritzy.
yeah.
All right, question number 3, sir. What do you have?
It's a simple one. What's your favorite type of cuisine?
My favorite type of cuisine. I tell you, I really like all foods, and I like all different styles of foods. You know, I love sushi. I love Italian food. I love Mexican food. I love Indian food. I love Japanese food. I love barbecue. Gosh, can I just say desserts?
Sure.
Because I mean, that's probably, you know, I like all the other foods, but I love desserts.
Okay. Well, remember last week I was telling you that I found that recipe for the banana cream Paris Brest?
Yeah.
Okay. Blake,
Yes.
I just got a recipe for a banana sticky toffee pudding.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
So
when
it-
you go in sticky toffee pudding,
Yeah.
is that like puppy baby monkey?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think if I really had to nail down, like, okay, I'm on an island and you can only order from this style of restaurant, believe it or not, I think I might go Mexican.
Okay.
No, I think I might go Mexican. And dude, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever, as many
It's
times as
hard
we
to pin
do,
down.
as many times as we've done 5 questions, I don't think I've ever really. So I think I'm gonna have to go Mexican. Blake, I've stalled enough where you guys should have 4 different answers and change
Oh,
it
I got
twice.
mine. I'm golden.
So
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say Italian.
Italian.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe,
And see, I do love a good steak, but steak can fall under any
Yeah,
category,
right.
really.
People would ask me as a chef and a restaurant owner, what's my favorite thing to cook? You know, I've taught over 600, 700 cooking classes. I've done 60 different winemaker dinners over the course of my 15-year owning my own restaurant career. And that's the hardest question I have to answer because, I mean, my first restaurant, I changed the menu every week. I did 50 unique restaurant menus a year. When I went to my bigger space, I changed the menu monthly. I did 12 unique menus a year. So for me, I just love it all. You know, it's seasonal. You know, I was farm to table before it was, or seasonal before it was cool. And, so I have a hard time answering that question. But to answer this question, my favorite type of cuisine is dim sum.
Oh my gosh.
It's varied. You can eat a lot of it. It's
See,
great.
and I have that. I've had that in the Chinese category.
Mhm.
And when I went to Hong Kong, we had dim sum every day for lunch. And
Did you do it in
was-
one of the giant ones?
I don't know what you mean. One of the giant ones.
In Hong Kong, there are, and one of them, we talked about it months ago. One of them that they closed it and it was on a barge. These are giant barges or giant floating restaurants, and one of them sunk in Hong Kong Harbor.
That's in Aberdeen. That's the name of the area.
Of
So
Hong
yeah,
Kong?
yeah, in Hong Kong. So
But some of these are-
the floating village is in Aberdeen, and I did eat at I had dim sum in one of those restaurants on a barge, basically is what
Giant.
it was. So it was pretty big. I mean,
Yeah, this thing was giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been called Jumbo, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I mean, and there's there's a couple of and surprisingly there's enough places in and around a little bit further north than us. You get up a little bit toward Jacksonville, South Jacksonville, I guess. Does anybody ever call it that? And there's a lot of dim sum restaurants floating around, and some of them are very, very
I
good.
do like dim sum. I like
Yeah, we
like
go to
it.
Tim Hwa, which is it's basically a luncheonette.
I like a really good dumpling.
Yeah.
So, and Blake, you went with Italian. What is your go-to? Just spaghetti, or what do you?
Spaghetti, fettuccine, but definitely the big one's pizza though.
Yeah,
Pizza,
pizza. Yeah, it's hard to
It's
pass up on pizza.
I don't know if you guys saw. I sent you, and I don't know if you could open it, but somebody on Instagram posted a labubu cake.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent it to you guys. I didn't hear from Amanda, so I don't know. Maybe you could open it or not. But I also saw
No, I
something.
couldn't open it. It's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I don't
okay.
do
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was wondering. Okay.
So-
And they cut the ears right off. It was really interesting.
All right. So
But-
is pizza an Italian?
Yeah.
Would you call it
Yeah.
So if you had a pizza place, would you just say it's an Italian place?
Yeah. It's a pizzeria. Yeah. I mean, because a lot of pizzerias brokered into dining rooms at some point in time.
And I love French cuisine too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, that's a tough question.
Yeah. Well,
You,
that's 'cause it
you
varies.
ask me again next week, I'm probably going to change my answer.
I'll stick with dim sum, but I'm with you.
But I mean,
Yeah.
like if I got stuck on an island, like the beauty of Mexican food is there's like 9 ingredients, and they're
Right.
just mixed up in a lot of different ways.
And before the Alabama game, we went to Ray's house, and he made a whole taco bar, and it was great.
Yeah.
It had black beans, rice, shrimp, ground beef,
The
tomatoes.
only one we
salsa,
didn't say
onions.
was Americana, because I mean, I think of hamburgers and
Yeah.
hot dogs, but I could live on hamburgers and hot dogs too.
Well, that's kind of ballpark food, but yeah.
But I mean, I love a good burger,
Yes, a good one.
a good burger, a good chicken salad. I mean, I consider that Americana.
Okay.
I made a really good chicken noodle soup the other day.
Nice.
So
Okay.
all right. Question number 4. Give me your worst roommate story. Your worst roommate story. And I've been blessed. I've had really good roommates. I have had a couple of bad ones. Your worst roommate story that you can think of.
Well, my freshman year in college, my roommate was from the town where Julie was from, and they had gone to high school together. And Mark eventually became a lawyer and I believe a judge. And he was fine. We were good roommates. My second year, I moved in with a gentleman named Scott Smith in a much larger room. He was the son of a minister, and he had pigeons. And out our window was a pigeon coop.
Okay.
So Scott was lovely, but the pigeons were a pain in the poop.
Yeah. Did it smell inside the room?
Not as much as it could have, fortunately, but how he was allowed to do that was
What, did
beyond
he
me.
try and marry one of his pigeons?
No, he was not Tesla.
Okay.
No,
All right.
no. Scott was okay.
Not Nikola Tesla.
No.
So the pigeons.
And he wasn't
Actually,
a
let's not call him the bad roommate. Let's call
right,
the pigeons.
exactly. I was
The
just going to say,
pigeons-
yeah, Scott wasn't a bad roommate. It was just the
pigeons-
pigeons were weird.
The pigeon. Well, they were your roommates
Right.
technically.
Yeah.
So they were your roommates technically. So let's blame it on the pigeons.
Yep.
Very foul.
Yeah, he was good. And when I was living in the fraternity the 2 years, I had great roommates.
All right. No one got my foul joke.
Well,
Blake-
it's because it was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to say like the only true time that I had like roommates outside of
Family.
the house, yeah. So
And
actually,
you can't say me because your rent will go up.
yes,
Well, this poor kid doesn't stand a chance. Did you dorm at Flagler, Blake?
I did. So freshmen had to, although I could have easily gotten an exception, but they wanted me to have a first year experience at living in a dorm. So
Very important.
Yeah. So I
I didn't
did.
think so.
No?
So,
Hey,
Helps
anyway,
your socialization.
Blake's a great roommate, by the way. He is a really good roommate. But go ahead, Blake.
yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, so I was in my room, and actually by this point, I believe by this point, like in the fall semester, my roommate had already moved out, so I was just living by myself. But however, my suite mates I was sharing the bathroom with at the same time, they had one kid that was just playing video games up until midnight, and not just like playing video games, but he was like on like the headset, like chatting with people. It's like, and
Like yelling at him during
yeah,
the
like basically something like, "Get your
and that's what you went to sleep to every night.
and there was a lot of like yes, and there was a lot of non-repeatable stuff I cannot say on air.
Yeah.
It was not pretty.
All right. So my roommate story, I play baseball,
right.
so I had a
road.
lot of roommates, and 9 times out of 10 they were baseball players. And then I had roommates like when I bought my house, I needed extra income because I was gambling too much and probably drinking too much. So all my roommate money went to that. But I had a roommate in my JUCO, great guy. And Matt, if you're listening, I'm telling the story. I'm not giving your last name. Great guy, but every time he got drunk, he wasn't in my room. He shared a room with another one. There was 4 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Like
He was
okay.
Yeah, so he wasn't in my room. I shared it with Farabee. What's the guy's name? And he shared it with Garv, nicknamed after Steve Garvey. Garv
Okay.
never did anything wrong. Very straight-laced guy. Well,
Oh,
Matt would
that
get
fits.
drunk,
Until now.
and Matt would get confused, and
So which room?
he would pee
Ooh.
in Garv's sock drawer. He would pull out, and he would be completely unaware of what he's doing.
Wow.
He would be blacked out, and he did it like 4 times, and we finally just said, dude, you can't drink at the house anymore. If you're drinking, go to whose ever house, because that's not fair to Garv.
Right.
And Garv was like the nicest guy. So, and me and Farabee had to handle it for Garv, because Garv was just like, what do I do? He's like, he's not really him doing it. It's because he's so drunk.
Right.
And I was like, well, we got to handle this because it smells up the house.
But he kept going to the same sock drawer.
Same sock drawer every time.
That's wacky.
Yeah. Probably, I think it happened 4 times before we finally,
There's something
just
to
let
dig
him-
into there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if he still does it. So,
Oh, God.
At 58, I wonder if he's still doing that. His wife's like, oh. So,
In your own sock drawer, buddy.
yeah. Yeah.
Too funny.
So, yeah, so that's my worst roommate story. So, and I bet I've had 40 different roommates throughout my life. So,
Yeah.
probably more than the average bear.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
mean,
Other than the women I was living with
Blake,
at the time.
Blake's mom was my roommate.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have roommates if I wasn't living with them and sleeping with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
Outside of college.
At that point, they're no longer roommates
Right.
at that point.
Right.
So, yeah.
So.
Yeah. I would never call Rebecca my roommate.
Right.
All right. So, question
I'm forgetting.
number 5.
Okay.
What do you have, sir?
What's your favorite musical genre?
My favorite musical genre, kind of like the food.
Right.
I mean,
Hard to do.
it's hard to do. I would say I really like 80s, 80s like new wave music. Like I really like NXS. I liked New Order. I really liked. I think one of the most underrated bands out there was Tears for Fears.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked that genre. I thought the 70s was great. I'm not afraid to say it. I like disco music. I thought Earth, Wind and Fire was great. Cool and the Gang.
Earth, Wind and Fire, disco or soul?
I think it was more kind of they sprung out of the disco and then went more into the soul side.
R&B. Okay.
Yeah, and R&B.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of them as disco. I think more like Gloria Gaynor and Donna Summers is disco, and
Yeah. So I mean, when did the song September come out?
Let's
was in October.
see. Well, let me check.
It's the song of the month. So,
I know.
but I mean,
it's a great song.
It's a great song by Earth. And if you
Great
ever
song.
see them in concert, they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up on country.
1978.
78, completely in the disco era.
But that because it was in the disco era doesn't necessarily make it disco.
I'm pretty sure it was at, what was the name of it?
Studio 54?
54. I'm pretty sure it was played at Studio 54 in 1978.
Okay.
So I bet if you got a playlist from Studio 54, 1978, September was on there. So,
Oh, I would think it was.
ladies' night. Would you consider Cool in the Game disco, or would you consider it R&B?
No, I wouldn't consider them disco either.
Okay,
But
all right. A lot of skating rink disco vibes with that. All right, but I think if I had to nail one down, I would probably lean towards folk or country music.
okay.
So even though I do like a good rock band, only music I really don't like is the rap music that has a lot of cussing in it. Even
Okay.
though I do like rap music, but if it's degrading to other human beings, I won't listen to it. So I don't ban rap music, but I don't
Right.
I don't condone.
Yeah, I don't quite get rap personally.
Yeah. So
And all the glorification of the thugdom of it is, I understand it's a lifestyle, and it comes from an urban inner city, fraught with danger lifestyle that was not by choice.
well, I mean, I loved Rapper's Delight and Sugar Hill Gang and Apache, and they were considered like the first of the rap genre. Before there was really, hip hop rap.
There's also a whole subgenre.
Yeah. So if it's like, I love Snoop, but I don't like the really hardcore stuff where they're using words like
Right.
bitches and hoes and shooting people and
And the word that
degrading
they can
and
call
using-
themselves that nobody else
and
can, which is just more hypocrisy.
using the N word,
Yeah,
and I'm not going to condone and play into that.
I agree.
So
No tipper.
if I had to go one, it would be country. So
All right.
all right.
Blake?
I'm gonna have to say like rock, probably for
Yeah, you like classic rock.
yeah.
Okay. Hard to get away from classic rock. Well, I'll obviously lead with jam band.
Mhm.
As Grateful Dead.
Yeah,
and
I think-
there's jam bands that are fabulous.
Mhm.
I mean, Goose, Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, they're all fabulous. But the Grateful Dead, obviously, and Dead and Company and its iterations. Reggae.
Mhm.
And then classic R&B.
Yeah.
Give me some Motown.
Yeah. No, and I can tell you this, like, if I'm chilling on the porch, Motown is one of my immediate go-tos. Like, if I'm riding in the car, it's more kind of the country and rock.
Yeah.
But if I'm chilling on the porch, it's Motown, and then it'll drift into Jack Johnson,
Okay.
that type of
Surf rock.
yeah, that type of music.
Yeah.
Kind of just kind of relaxing and chilling music. A lot of the bands that are playing this year at Sing Out Loud kind of have that very chill,
Easy vibe.
easy vibe to them.
Yeah. Well, that thought was in it. Oh yeah. I consider country now as pop
Mhm.
because there was a real separation between country and soul and R&B and classic, rock and roll.
Yeah, and
country
there was
sort of gone, and not pop. I'm sorry, country is now mainstream.
yeah. Well, there's still some that I would consider country, with and I am, when I consider country, as I believe you got to have a fiddle in the band.
Now we're talking. Okay.
You got to have a fiddle in the band. But like guys like Chris Stapleton, I consider is still true to the country guys.
See, I think he's gone mainstream. And like, what about Blake Shelton?
Blake
Mr.
Shelton-
shit on a shoe, and I think he's
Yeah.
fabulous. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean that with any disrespect, because the guy is doing everything everywhere.
Mhm.
And it turns out that I guess he and Gwen Stefani showed up at Beals up in Maine, by the way.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. It's the place where everybody goes to Beals. It's like Rick's, except it's in Bar Harbor
Okay.
or in Southwest Harbor.
Good. It's not in
Um,
Casablanca.
no, yeah.
All right.
But-
No, but I mean, I country. Oak Ridge, I grew up with the Oak Ridge Boys, Alabama.
Alabama, sure.
But at the same time, I'd be listening to REO Speedwagon, and I love Dolly Parton. I wasn't a huge fan of like the Conway Twitty and that
I was gonna say,
that
what
real
about
twang.
George Strait,
George Strait.
And that's as country as you're going to get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Hank Williams
Yeah,
Senior
same,
is more than George Strait.
Okay.
So-
Well, maybe.
But but the kind I listen to is probably more along those lines of Randy Travis, Garth Brooks, Oak Ridge Boys, Chris Stapleton is one of the newer guys.
He's fabulous.
You know,
Biggest mistake I made not seeing him at the amphitheater.
Zach Brown Band.
Mm-hmm.
They were, and I wasn't a huge fan of Zach Brown Band until I actually met him, and he was one of the kindest people that came through there, and just really was giving of his music and his time for everybody. So,
okay, to close it out,
yes, what you got?
Earth, Wind and Fire is not strictly a disco band. They are known for their diverse musical style that includes R&B, soul, funk, pop, and disco elements.
Mm-hmm.
While they produce popular disco hits like Boogie Wonderland, their music spans multiple genres.
Yeah,
and they also started before disco. They were in 1969 out of Chicago.
Well, so did Cool in the Gang.
Okay,
so Cool in the Gang and them started about the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'd say if I had to nail down Earth, Wind, and Fire, I like the term funk.
Funk is great. Yeah.
I think funk is the right term for it.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's the end of our show, guys. This is Bollocks this evening. If you guys would, please hit that share button. Make sure you're supporting all those amazing sponsors that are, right there.
They'll be back up tomorrow when we do more reads.
Yes. And we really appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a safe night.